Welcome back to my kitchen, friends. Welcome back to Adri's farmhouse kitchen. In this vlog we are covering the following. I have got a couple of cheat sheets as always, friends. So I am carrying on from yesterday's project. So if you missed that vlog, we've been making stuffed pepper with sauerkraut. We've been dealing with sour cream. I made an amazing flavored cream cheese. We've done broccoli and broad bean soup and a few more bits and bobs preparing for the fall garden. So if you're interested about it, please go back and watch the previous vlog. But in this vlog, we are going to make roasted salsa verde sauce. I still haven't decided on whether it's gonna be a meal, freezer meal, or canning it. It all depends when I'm gonna weigh everything, how much it is. I'm only going to do in a canning project if you can fill, let's say, the canner, because that's when it's worth it kind of for me, for my time. But we've got so many fallen tomatillo in the greenhouse, what was probably I didn't have time to pick when they were ready, and then while I was watering or walking past in a narrow walkway, and I keep brushing myself into those, leaves and the bush, they just fall when they're ready. So I'm not sure how much I've got, but I've got plenty. So I have got probably 3 times this much. The canning recipe needs 2 kilograms at least, and the other reason I'm thinking maybe not to do it, there's 2 more reasons. The one, because my cilantro, coriander, green, it's gone to seed, most of them, so they're not in a prime taste. They are behind you in the sink. And I'm just at the moment soaking them in cold water. I've also picked some brown jalapenos, because our recipe asks for a couple of jalapenos, and this sheet I've been growing this brown variety, but it's not quite gone to the brown stage yet, but this is perfectly fine. Another thing, to have safe canning, we need 5% acidity in our vinegar, or in our case like lime or lemon juice. Today we're doing using lime juice if, let's say, I wanted to can, and this is out of date as well. So they only last up to a year, and I bought this before that. So it just wouldn't make much sense. This is perfectly fine. Even if something like that it's out of date, I am happy to use it in my cooking or flavoring, but it's up to you, My vlogs are not tutorials as such. It's showing I'm not a professional, I'm a home cook. I enjoy self-sufficient life, cooking from scratch on our smallholding. So I'm here for a bit of an inspiration for you. So yeah, so these are just my ideas, the honest truth behind today's project. I really wanted to do canning, but we might do the sauce, and I might freeze it, or we cook another day with the sauce. Absolutely amazing with any meat. You can put any meat or extra veg in it, on rice. It's delicious meal. So also today we are going to I've just done some boiled eggs. I try to use up the boiled eggs. I've got so many eggs now in storage in my fridge. I need to gain my fridge space back. So I'm boiling loads of eggs, and I'm giving back to the animals the most of it. And actually we're collecting about 10 every day. Look at these beautiful eggs. Honestly, friends, I just love growing all these different, where is the egg boxes? All the different, enjoy having different breed of chickens, because they do lay different colored eggs. And it's just, they kind of the same, they taste the same, but it's just a joy when you have a green egg, a blue egg, a dark egg, like a chocolate color, like a medium, and a light color. And obviously we've got our turkey eggs. So it's just so nice. I love collecting eggs now. We have chickens for about 10 years now. While I was growing up, I probably were playing with chickens before I could walk, because we always had chickens. But in England, I have chickens for about 10 years. Yeah, 10 years ago we bought our first smallholding, and this is our second one. We moved to this property 2 years ago and I thoroughly enjoy it. So as you can see, in a couple of days I've managed to collect all this that now goes to the fridge. Do you know what I mean? So it just shows how easy it is to fill the fridge space. You don't have to put fresh eggs to the fridge, but it lasts a lot longer if I use it in more like a storage mind. I also give fresh or boiled egg to our dogs as well. They love it. And the chickens, as soon as they see me, I'm carrying something, they're ecstatic because they know it's a treat time. Other thing we're gonna do, I need to use up my delicious pistachio and broad bean hummus. It's still perfect, but it's not much left now. And I've also found a little bit of the scialatelli pasta, what we're gonna cook. Actually, I can turn this on now. We can cook these first quick sticks that won't take long in this pan, and I'm just gonna make a quick hummus pasta with some grated goat's cheese. Will do great for lunches and stuff. So yeah, another thing we're gonna do, the freeze dryer again didn't finish. A time was so close to my previous project when I've done freeze dried courgette / marrow for flour for baking in winter. It was again about it was very close to the 34-hour mark, and I've decided to turn it off. It's never a good practice. You should always leave the freeze dryer to do the job. But what I find with freeze drying, when I leave it second day running, and probably that would have finished for me overnight, and I didn't want to put like another 12 hours or 10 hours extra dry time, and that would start freezing again. It's just, yeah, it's something I should need to learn a bit more about. But yeah, it was bone dry. This is perfect. So the 4 trays gave me this absolutely massive, I think this is a 4-liter jar. Obviously when we're gonna powder this will go down to nothing really, but that's on my plan. So we're gonna do that as well. And I still need to do the ironing. I haven't done that yesterday. Watering, editing, I've done some editing this morning. Watering, I need to go every day. So yeah, I've also got baking on my list. We're expecting another 20-liter cow's milk delivery this week. I'm not sure if it's today or tomorrow, but that all depends. I need to sit overnight in a fridge, and I've got a massive milk processing day again. But I might leave the baking on just a day before, because I would like to make some cream, make for Victoria sponge. So we won't do that today. But yeah, the rest, that's it, friends. So if you interested, you are welcome. Let's go watch the vlog. Okay, I have just put the scialatelli to the boiling water, and I'm buying my pasta from Italy. I bought one for last a whole year. I do enjoy making my own pasta, but I just don't find the time to do it for the whole year's worth all the time. And on holiday we were on a cruise ship and we visited this family business, and they showed us around how they make the pasta, and this was a lovely story. So how the family started, and it was just really enjoyable. And they have an amazing shop with full of all the pasta variety, all the shapes what they make. It was wow. So obviously I made a big order. And what I like on the packaging, that it says how long you need to cook it. So this one says 8 minutes. So I'm going to put the alarm on for 7 minutes now, because this one now is boiling for a minute. I like a bit of a texture like this in this marrow flour, because when I'm going to use it, I can use it in, you know, thickening sauce, stews, soups, baking. Okay. Just like that, it's done. Perfect. I've got a vacuum sealer. I go and grab it and I show you how I vacuum seal these. I think this is 2-quart jar, mason jar. Okay, perfect, friend. Actually, we can add a bit more to this later, but this is our marrow flour. We can make a label. I'll show you that later as well. So the hummus pasta, it's done. I have decided to leave it in this tub because that we can have this for lunches or dinner or whenever we're hungry. So wait until this completely cools down and I can go to the fridge. Boiled egg is done, so we can tick things off the list. I love ticking things off the list. So boiled eggs, hummus pasta. And we actually done the marrow flour. Right. At one of my favorite canning book is this one. And this one's got recipes as well as canning, you know, in this book. I absolutely love it. I love it how it's spiral, so I can easily turn it, and it's very handy to just have it as I'm having it now. So the roasted Salsa Verde is asking for 2 kilograms of husks removed tomatillos. Actually, I've just weighed ours and we have 1.8 kilograms. If I really wanted to can it, I could have just go and get 200 grams extra from the garden, but I have decided, I made a decision, we're not going to can Salsa Verde today. We're going to cook with this the next couple of days, some delicious meal. And actually there is a recipe in here, so we can either make this or something else. This one says enchilada. Oh, sounds delicious. We'll see, chicken enchilada. Okay, so we've got the tomatillos done. I'm just going to halve this, take the bad bits off, and we're going to roast it in a roasting tray, on a baking tray, baking sheet. And we're gonna put some onions on it, so ask for 2 medium-sized white onions. So we're gonna use the onions was gone to seed earlier from the garden, a couple of those. Jalapeno, we've got the 2 brown jalapeno, we've got 6 garlic cloves. I've got the garlic cloves here, so we just need to peel it. Cilantro, it's now washed and just draining. Salt and pepper, and that's it, friends. If we would have canned this, could have used water bath canning for 20 minutes, and that would have filled 3 pint jars. I ideally would have loved to double this recipe, so we need 4 kilograms of tomatillo for 6 pint jars. But we're probably going to do that later in the season. But yeah, I just wanted to show you this book. Absolutely love it. I should have really put oxygen absorbent in it. But because I know I'm going to open this back up to fill it up, we can do that then. So honestly, this little machine I absolutely love. You just literally push this down on the lid of the 2-part lid, the top lid, and friend, this will seal the jar. And just take it off, and that's it. I will put this back in just because I know I'm gonna go back to it for the next couple of weeks, and then we put oxygen absorbent in it, do the same, and then we can leave this off and the jar is sealed. I like to leave it for a minute, and then it shows how many percentage it's sealed. It's never 100%. Oh, it's only 59, so it's not great. But you got the idea, friend, and look, it is proper sealed. This can go to storage. I've chopped up all the tomatillos, so I'm gonna work on the jalapenos. I've peeled the onion and the garlic. I'm just gonna veg cut it and just put it in this tray with some salt and pepper, extra virgin olive oil, what I have, and that can go to the oven. And I'm just trying this pasta we've just made for lunch. So nice. Put some coriander on it and some grated cheese. So yummy. I'm gonna enjoy this, and then I'll bring you back with the next step. Okay, so everything is now chopped. This is now ready to go to the oven, and this will make a delicious roasted salsa verde sauce, friends. I've preheated the oven and it goes in for 40 minutes. Okay, so this is now ready. It's cooled down so I can touch the tray. This is now safe to put it in a blender, and we're just going to blend this, everything what's in here, with some lime juice and fresh coriander. I've got a feeling I filled it too much. So we might gonna make a mess now. Should have done it in 2 goes. But that's it, friends. And now we've got a lovely roasted salsa verde sauce to use up on any dish we would like to. Wish me luck. I'm the master of putting too much dishes. Yep, I knew we were gonna make a mess, friends. It's going out. Okay, I'll leave it now as it is and tidy up the mess. There you go, friends. Oh my goodness. Tidied up the mess. Let's have a taste test. It does look lovely. Wow. I love it. You're gonna make this roasted salsa verde. Amazing. I'm gonna store this in something now until we need it. Let's put it in this. Actually, no, I need this glass tub. We're gonna bake because Alan just going to fetch the 20-liter cow's milk, and I am thinking, yeah, I'm just practicing. So no, we're gonna use this for the milk, so I can take the cream off it. We definitely need, friends, I need to think of where I'm gonna put 20 liters of milk. Okay, I can use this as well to scoop the cream off. This one's gonna be not big enough. It worked when I used just those glass bowls, you know what make a dough when I make a bread dough. Yeah, I'm gonna use a couple of those glass bowls. Yeah, perfect. That's what I'm gonna do. So we can put this in here. I don't want to make more mess now. Let's go get the funnel. Perfect days. This will last in a fridge for a good few days until we decide to make something. My nephew's coming over this weekend, so perhaps I can make a nice meal for him with this. He likes tomato soup, so I might make tomato soup, although we've got plenty still of that what we've made yesterday. How did we call it? Something and broad beans. Oh, broccoli and broad beans. Sorry, friends. Broccoli and broad bean soup. We've still got plenty of that. Also, we've got plenty of the stuffed pepper. It's only Wednesday, so I might leave for him some behind to try. Today, I don't need to cook. It's nearly 4 o'clock because we still got that lovely stuffed pepper. We're gonna have that for dinner we still got some leftover mashed potato of that from the project what we've made, the sausage and mash. So that's gonna be, dinner has been taken care of. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make the sponge for the Victoria sponge today, and we're going to fill it tomorrow when I'm gonna have a cream and we can make butter. Cottage cheese, I would like to make cheese, so perhaps tomorrow is going to be a cheese making and a dairy. Okay, I am ready to make the Victoria sponge. I usually like the ingredients when they're on the same amount, but today a little bit turned out different. So I usually weigh the eggs, and that's a good indicator for me then how much butter, sugar and flour I need. So 4 eggs weighing 280 grams, so 280 grams. I've got 280 grams of butter. I'm using coconut sugar. I've got about 200 grams of coconut sugar, and I've got 300 grams of flour. I'm using bread flour, milled and already bought, because that's what I've got on hand. So because I haven't got self-raising flour, I need to make one. So I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and a pinch of pink Himalayan salt. And I'm going to give this a good mix and just set aside. So first thing first, I'm going to crack these eggs, and I'm using a paddle attachment of my KitchenAid mixer, and then we're going to mix the eggs together until it's nice and fluffy and pale. So that's what we're gonna do first. Actually, this one got some water in it. I don't want any water. I found the perfect little dish for this job. So I'm using 2 turkey eggs and 2 chicken eggs from our backyard. There you go. I've already washed the eggs, and this can go to the compi. Well, I said it wrong. We're going to mix the sugar and the butter together first. I've made it so many times and I still can't get it right. We don't need any more hiccups today, friends. Coconut sugar in it goes. And the butter. Alan is gonna be so happy. It's one of his favorite dessert. There you go. All the ingredients are room temperature. Perfect. And we can mix. That's perfect. Can you see? Lovely, fluffy and pale. And now we're going to add the eggs one by one. I'm going to mix it really well. There you go. Next one in. And the last egg before we add the flour. Bit by bit. A bit of vanilla extract. Sometimes I use a little bit of room temperature milk to loosen up the batter if I think it needs one. I preheated the oven 180 degrees Celsius and we're going to bake this for 20 minutes. Okay, so time is up. I've just took these two beautiful, gorgeous smelling Victoria sponge cake out of the oven. And Alan just arrived home with 20 liters of milk. And how this works, I'm going to dip this and we're going to fill some containers. So my plan is to use those big glass bowls to these two, and then we're gonna use those jars I've showed you earlier, and perhaps another, probably I'm gonna use like the milk jug, the plastic jug. I need to make space in the fridge, and tomorrow it's a big milk processing day. Okay, let's open this. Shoot. Oh dear. Pulled it apart. Should have waited a little bit longer. But I'm gonna leave this now on this cooling rack to completely cool down, and we're going to fill this tomorrow. The oven is now cooling down, it's turned off. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me today. You've got all our products in here ready and everything's ticked off the box. Soon I deal with the milk. I'm gonna go to do some ironing. This smells so good. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'll hope you all have a wonderful day and see you very soon. Bye friends.